This time, it's going to be really difficult.
Are you drunk? Not drunk enough.
In this lesson, for complete beginners, we are going to learn
Узбекистан заезжай, страной телефон наблюдай. Скажешь мне, и тебе скажу нет, не потрешь, жан твердый будет.
Okay, some of the exercises in this lesson are a little bit advanced, but I believe that you should rather start practicing them from the very first day you're learning fans, because you need to achieve certain flexibility of your joints in order to make them one day. So I advise you to practice these basic exercises just a couple of minutes every day, and then one day you'll get it. So, in the past two lessons we used the open grip to study the weave under your arm and the cross weave on the other side of your body. This time we are going to study the weave behind your back. That is the weave which is kind of also on the other side of your body, but this time the arm goes behind your back. And here we do the simple weave like that.
Самая лучшая из всех стран, это, я думаю, Узбекистан, где граждане специальные и гомосексуальные очень сильно нравится. Сосиска и яйца, там можно больше мясных деревьев, за вкусный объект всех еев. Когда в метро проезжал, шофер поезда кричал: следующая станция, точно ты твоя жопа. Узбекистан заезжай, страной телефон наблюдай. Скажешь мне, и тебе скажу нет, не потрешь, жан твердый будет. Там живет много голубых людей, которые пидорасты или геи. Если у вас друга нет, очень скоро будет. Он приедет и скажет: кушай этот хуй.
So these were some basic exercises for behind the back weaves, and I have some tips for you. The first advice I can give you is that I actually spin it on the very tips of my fingers, and I don't hold it like that. It's really rather like this, because I want to extend the length of my arm in order to get there. So I really use the length of my palm in addition to the length of my arm. The second thing I wanted to tell you is that when you actually do this kind of stuff, when both hands are here, the fan that comes from the hand which comes from the other side, always closer to your body than the other fan. The other fan kind of going around, and this fan always goes here, very close to your body. This is an important thing to understand, but I'm sure you'll figure out for yourself when you try the exercises. But of course, we all want to know only one thing: how on earth is she doing this stuff?
Узбекистан заезжай, страной телефон наблюдай. Скажешь мне, и тебе скажу нет, не потрешь, жан твердый будет. Узбекистан заезжай, страной телефон наблюдай.
So first of all, she does classical behind the back weave. I actually already made one lesson about it, but probably I should have explained this behind the back weave before doing that one.
How about now?
Yes, how about now?
Yeah, now's good. Before would have been better, but before is over.
Well, in fact, the most of what she's doing is just a combination of the moves that I just showed you in the exercises. For example, this one turn here, one turn there, one turn here, one turn there, and the left, but in the opposite direction, with the little finger leading. One turn here, one turn there. Just one turn on each side. But now, if we combine them, we start with the right. We can get something like that. The classical behind the back weave. Another trick she's doing is basically this one. Looks like that. It is a classical split time opposite direction trick when both hands do the same thing but in the opposite direction. Here, each hand does this. There are two turns on one side and one turn on the other. Two turns here and one on the cross side. So, and the left the same thing basically. So as you combine them, it looks like that. But sometimes you can notice the moment when she transfers the hands from one side to another really quickly, a bit like that. And here she goes like that. It happens because she does one turn less on one of the sides. Here, for example, she does only one turn and goes there. So one turn and one turn there. Once again, you start the move, and here only one turn and she goes there. This is how it happens. It is difficult to do the both sides, but sometimes you can do it only once. And finally, the last but the most difficult move is the behind the back crosser, which looks a bit like that. As you can see, I cannot do it very well, but the principle, however, is very simple. It is just the crosser weave, behind the back weave on the others, on each side, like that. But the problem that when you combine them, your left hand goes on top of your right, so it is even more difficult to reach this point here with your left hand. So it is complicated. You really have to be very flexible to do that. And that's it for today. Hopefully it wasn't very difficult. Thank you for watching. Practice this basic stuff. Stay with us and subscribe to this channel. See you next time.